Dear mama, I wish you would have showed me. Dear daddy, I wish you would have loved me. Dear mama, I wish you would have showed me. Dear daddy, I wish you would have loved me. Show me how to love, show me how to care, show me how to love that woman over there. Show me how to love, show me how to care, show me how to love that woman over there. Enter into the world of not knowing. I am a conqueror. I am an overcomer. I am a warrior. With strength, hope, and courage, you can become all of these things. Master of life. Give us different tasks to overcome. Conquering the situations or even being a warrior through it. Despite the situation or the struggle at hand, we have to fight. We have to fight to be happy. We have to fight to be strong. We have to fight to have joy. We have to be greater than the situation. There are moments when you will say, I can't do this. I'm not going to make it. I don't want to be here. Why me? These are the questions of life purposes we ask ourselves. This is when you have to dig deep down inside of you to find the warrior who's ready for battle. Just say, I am. Despite what anyone says, thinks, feels, you need to know you are a conqueror, you are an overcomer, you are a warrior, and you are somebody. You would never take away my dignity, who I am. Work so hard to be what I am. That's that me.
She was just 21 years old and she was loved. And now her family and friends are dealing with the heartbreak of losing her way too soon. This is Kaylin Cole. She was shot and killed in a car on the south side yesterday near South Senate and Wisconsin Street. Indy Metro Police detectives believe a domestic violence incident led up to her murder. They're now looking for a man, but did not tell us who he is or what kind of car he was driving. RTV6 learned today Cole's mother and aunt live in South Bend, and they could not speak with us about her yet.
New tonight, police say the shooting death of a West Side woman was part of a murder-suicide. Her husband found dead this afternoon as well, only hours after he posted about the killing on social media. RTV6's Derek Thomas has the details.
The body was found in the alley about where that fire truck is right now. Police say the victim sustained at least one gunshot wound. Dead is 27-year-old Brittany Bailey. Police say her husband, 34-year-old Giovanni Bailey, shot and killed her because they were in the middle of some sort of dispute that began at her job in Plainfield.
I saw her this morning at work, and she told me, I told her not to come back to this house. And she told me, she called me Santi, because I'm like her auntie and her sister-in-law. She said, Santi, everything good? I said, Brittany, don't go back to that house.
Sadly, she ignored that advice, and family members gathered outside and mourned her loss. While they were doing that, they noticed Facebook postings from Giovanni, who was expressing remorse for what he had done.
Apologetic, sorry, didn't mean it, that sort of thing.
And did he say he was going to kill himself?
He made references to that.
And that is exactly what he did. Police found his body in the 400 block of Warman. His brother was overcome with emotion and had to be restrained after he crossed the police tape. His sister tried to make sense out of it all.
Everybody's hurting. Everybody on both sides. You know, Brittany, our sister, regardless of everything, that's our sister, and that's our brother, and we hurting.
Police say it wasn't the first time the couple had squabbled.
There have been prior domestic related issues between this couple. And again, this is one of those very volatile situations, especially when it comes to domestic violence. And we definitely encourage anybody who is involved in domestic violence to seek help.
This has been a day of violence and a day of sorrow. They couldn't live together, but they died just hours apart. Derek Thomas, RTV6.
Investigators are still working to figure out the circumstances surrounding the death of a woman who was found in the middle of the street in Chula Vista. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell has more on the challenges police are facing.
Neighbors describe this Chula Vista neighborhood as being very quiet, a place where lifelong residents live. Some were shocked to hear that a woman was found dead right in the middle of Shasta Street. Investigators were back knocking on doors, talking to neighbors, trying to get any information that can help them figure out what took place here early Thursday morning. Police say someone called police after finding a woman naked, face down on the ground. When officers arrived, the woman wasn't breathing and had no pulse. They tried to revive her, but she died at the scene. The medical examiner is trying to determine her cause of death. On the police radio traffic, it was reported she may have a possible skull fracture. Police don't know her identity. All they can say is that she's Hispanic and in her 20s. They also don't believe she was hit by a car.
It's very suspicious at this point, but the manner of death is unknown. So at this time, we don't have a lot of information of why this person was here and why they were left here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Morello. I am the director and executive producer of this amazing project, Through Their Eyes, the mask behind the mask, about domestic violence. And I'm so proud to be a part of this project and to bring this out to the world. Domestic violence is a very incredible story, of reality and, the truths. Separate fact from fiction. And, we're here, through their eyes, each person a part of this film to tell their story, because we all have a story to tell, it's a very emotional. It's very emotional. And we want to bring courage to all these people to come out because there's a lot of people that don't survive domestic violence, that are not able to tell the story. So we're very lucky and fortunate to have these people to tell their story and hopefully for others to learn from this and to find a way to get help and to get out, because every life matters. And now more than ever, we need this to be a focus for the whole world to see, because a lot of things happen behind closed doors and this system is not 100% correct, and a lot of people fall through the cracks. As a domestic violence survivor and former abuser myself, I know firsthand on both sides about domestic violence. I grew up, in a bad environment, watching my father abuse me and my mother. So I know firsthand, and I'm a survivor, and I'm here to speak up, and I'm here to be the voice through our platform for everyone, so that's what it's about, so I want to commend all the wonderful men and women that are part of this project and the courage and the strength. I may be known on TV as a professional wrestler, whatever, but everyone in this film and everyone watching this is a champion, is a survivor. And, this is all for you guys and girls, everyone worldwide. So I hope you enjoy this film. We're going to take you on an amazing story from people all around the world. And, there is a way out. There's a way to get help. And I survived it. Anyone could survive it. You could be a better man. You could be a better woman. You don't have to follow the footsteps, of your father, your mother, and so on. So I hope you all enjoy this film and, share the message, share the positive message, about domestic violence and about surviving. You have one life to live it to your best. So all I can say is that for now, and enjoy this film. Through their eyes, the mask behind the mask.
Man, my life was so scorned, was once so torn. I wore a smile, but hid the mile of misery. Misery I was under. Many know rain, but never experienced the thunder. So lost to wonder, uncertain about tomorrow. Pain so deep, eyes were full of sorrow. A joyful moment, I just wish to borrow. Mr. Happy, some may call. Never saw the fall. A fake show I put on for all. Feeling in my heart went dead. So consumed by the voices in my head. Will I know true happiness before I am dead?
Hi, my name's Rich. I'm a product and a survivor of domestic violence. I've been dealing with it pretty much my whole life. Not with my spouse, but between family members, my mom and people like that. Growing up, my father, I guess you'd call him, he was a boxer and he used to beat the crap out of my mom. Like there's things that I shouldn't remember, but I have memories of and dreams and stuff of how my mom lost all her teeth and stuff like that from him punching her and just stuff like that. And then as I got older, I was in a relationship when I was 20 years old for a good 4 years. Me and my spouse, we were happy. We moved in together. We lived together for about a good 3 years. And then I get home one day and she breaks a wooden broomstick over my back for no reason. Just because she like drugs more, I guess. And it sucks. You know what I mean? Like I was 20 years old until I was almost 25 to be with somebody, and then to find out not only that she had an addiction that she hid very well, and that I'd give her money to go pay bills or to go pay a cell phone bill, and my phone's off the next day, and I'm like, where did all this money go? And it just like I said, it sucks, but you can't just dwell on that, even though you've had a shitty hand. I guess you can say, you know what I mean? You've had a shitty hand, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had a rough life, we can say, you know what I mean? I grew up rough. My mom was a crackhead and liked her drugs more than her kids, and like men that beat her more than her kids, or men that beat her kids, or stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it sucks, but to know that I'm 30 years old now, to know that I have 2 kids that I know will never see that, they will never go through that, because they told me what not to be. And that feels good. I'm happy in my life. I finally found me. I don't have to be somebody to just try to impress somebody else in my life. I can finally be me, like, and it feels good to finally be able to be like, yes, I've gone through this. Yes, I've had shake hands. Yes, I was almost thrown out of a window because of my ex, or this or that, or I grew up watching my mom's boyfriend's beat her and everything. To know that I've grown and I'm 30 years old now, and I have 2 beautiful kids. I'm getting married in less than a week, and I'm happy to know that. To know that everything that I went through happened for a reason. It brought me to where I'm supposed to be. So for that, I'm thankful. I thank whoever every day, you know what I mean? I thank my lucky stars, because without them, I don't think I would be here. I've gone through a lot, but my kids and my soon-to-be wife will make me ground and know that everything's gonna be okay.
Hello, my name is Jessica Owens. I am a domestic violence survivor. I used to be in a relationship over 3 years, and it was on one side, I always told myself that I needed to stay because I needed help with my girls. I never been on my own, so I didn't think I could do it. And I'm so glad that God makes no mistakes, that He put me in a position to where I could get me and my kids out of that situation. And it was for the better.
We walk the narrow path beneath the smoking skies. Sometimes barely tell the difference between darkness and light. Do you have faith in what we believe? The truest test is when we cannot see. I hear pounding feet in the streets below, and the women crying, and the children moaning. There's something wrong. It's hard to believe that love will prevail. Oh, it won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. And though the night seems long, your tears won't fall forever. Oh, when I'm lonely, I lie awake at night, and I wish you were here. I miss you. Can you tell me, is there something more to believe in? Or is this all there is? And the pounding feet in the streets below, and a window breaks, and a woman falls,
There's something wrong. It's hard to believe that love will prevail. It won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. And though the night seems long, your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Last night I had a dream. You came into my room. You took me into your arms. You whispered me, kissing me, and telling me to still believe. But then the emptiness of the burning sea begins to suicide our darkest descent. Until I felt safe and warm. I fell asleep in your arms. When I awoke, I cried again, for you were gone. Oh, can you hear me? It won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. And though the night seems long, your tears won't fall forever. It won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. And though the night seems long, your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall forever.
It'd be nice if I put you on the screen. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So, as I was saying, because I was talking while I was on mute, I was saying that, sometimes I have to remind people that domestic violence is real and this happens everywhere. So the first 30 minutes I showed y'all the project that I did in 2022, which is called 3-Year Rise, The Mask Behind the Mask, and it was based off my first book. So if you want to see the rest of it, contact me. I have it. It's on YouTube. It's on Roku. It's on Fire Amazon. It's already won Viewer's Choice Award. So it's here. It's been out there. So if you want to see the rest of it, it's about 2 hours long. So make sure you find time, get some popcorn, sit back and watch. So
I know.
April, yeah.
Hey.
How are you? So I'm going back in the background, and the stage is yours. 20, 25 minutes. Flow however you want to flow. It's all you. Okay.
I know. I like being talked to.
I know a lot. Everybody that did this, it was like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's all you.
I know. My thing keep flickering. I don't know why. Is that me?
Gotta be.
Is that on my end?
I saw it. It didn't happen with me. It gotta be over there.
I don't know why. That's weird. Okay.
It only did it once. I ain't seen it other than that.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Ready, girl?
Not really, but I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
It's all you.
Hey guys, it is flickering again. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing this. I have no clue, but if you guys can hear me, okay. I am April M. Jackson Hunter. I am a survivor first and foremost. I am also the author of Mercedes Closet Keeping Deadly Secrets, which is my fictional version of my life with domestic violence. I am some of the things that I have to backtrack. I know I'm kind of random, you guys, but some of the things that I saw on the screen before I got on was so. It just took my voice, took my words away. I couldn't even express how I was feeling at that moment when I was sawing when I saw the images that she shared before I got on here. Inside of me, it's just like I cringed because for a long time after I got out and when I first started being vocal, I have no idea why this is doing this. It wasn't even doing this at first.
You still doing fine though. It's
Okay.
not when even though it's flickering,
Is it
you're
like when I'm
fine. So keep
speaking?
Yep, you still fine. You look fine, you sound fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. For a long time after I got out of my situation and I started on my healing journey, I had survivor's remorse for this very reason. It was so many women that I saw on TV, that I read on newspapers that had died. Why was I saved? I could not explain to myself. I could not understand why I was so special. Like, why? Why me? Because literally my abuser put a gun to my head and literally pulled the trigger. The gun jammed, it didn't fire. This is the reason why I'm speaking to you today. Had every intention of killing me like other people. Like, why am I so special? And I couldn't. I think that was part of the reason why I started self-medicating, because I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't understand why I was so. I felt guilty for living, for just being given a second chance. I felt guilty and I couldn't mask it. So I started wearing masks like we have here. We was talking about masking with self-medication. I was smoking marijuana, smoking cigarettes. I was drinking, just trying to mask what I was feeling inside. And I know a lot of people don't understand, but I know some people out there understands about self-medicating, because in the Black community is not a norm to speak about mental health. So you don't really think about something's going on with your mind. You don't really think about, well, I done been through something, traumatic, and I might need to go talk to a therapist. We don't think like that. I don't know about, I can't say for everybody but me. You know what I'm saying? So mental health or getting mental health treatment never crossed my mind. It never radiated to this is something I might need to do. I think I'm gonna have to stop these headphones. I'm gonna see if that works. Can you still hear me? It don't work. I unplugged it. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It never done that before.
I still hear you.
Okay, hold on. It's freaking me out because it's blinking. I know she can still hear me. I'm sorry, you guys, but that's the most powerful thing I can speak upon is finding it within yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could not leave my toxic situation for myself. I could not. So I had to find a variable that was more powerful than the love I had for myself in order for me to leave. And that was my kids. I love my kids way more than I love myself. And for that reason, I took them and let them be my strength and my power, and I left for them. But don't mistake that you're getting out, that it's going to stop. When you leave, that is the most volatile, the most dangerous point of a toxic relationship. When you say you're strong enough to leave and you mean it and you don't come back, they feel like they're losing the power they have on you. So now it's like they're going to do anything they can to exert that power over you. If they can't have you, then they feel like nobody else gonna have you because you mine. I broke you down to where I wanted you. You are my puppet to do whatever I feel like I need to do. And you gonna have the audacity to tell me that you leaving me. It's not gonna work like that. So now, and we don't think, because I never thought that my abusers were gonna show up at my front door with the loaded pistol and put it to my head. Somebody who I spent years with, somebody who I bore children for. You don't ever think that they are capable of doing just that, because they said so many times, I'm gonna kill you. If you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. But they never do anything. It's just like idle threats in your head. You never think that, oh, they really gonna do it. We don't think like that. And when the lady was talking about the young lady who just got who just passed away, and she was saying she told her not to go back to that house. We go back because we don't think these people gonna actually do that. I don't think he that bad to he gonna kill me. We go back. I don't care what is in that house. That is materialistic things. I left a house full of everything. Furniture, TVs, clothes, appliances. When I left, I had an overnight bag and a diaper bag. I never looked back. But he found me. And now I ended up with a gun to my head. Anyway. I know. The words are serious. I get it. We cannot stress enough about having protection from people that are being abused. They give you a temporary restraining order that does nothing. Yes, it's a paper trail. I get it. You got to have your paper trail. Do it for formalities. I understand. But that does nothing for saving someone's life. Because by the time the police reach you, you could be already dead. I just really feel like a person needs to go to jail for abusing somebody and stay there. They need to keep them there. You guys, you let them out. You don't inform us. So now we just, all of a sudden, we out here in the open and we targets. I just need I don't want to say personally arm yourself, but you have to arm yourself. You have to prepare yourself for a battle, but this is what's about to happen. Like, I can't have you and nobody else can. Listen. For me personally, that's what I had to do. I'm just gonna say for me, I can't speak for nobody else. I had to arm myself, and I had to act just as crazy as the person who was coming for me. And now I'm the crazy person, and I'm okay with that because you're no longer bothering me. Exactly. You have to fight for your life and your kids. You have to. I don't care about you no more. I get it. You know what I'm saying? My only thing is thinking about me walking away from here, and I'm not gonna say I'm not a killer. With the song "I'm Not a Killer, but Don't Push Me," that's exactly how I felt right now. Because like I've tried to do it the legal way. I try to do it the good way. I've tried to say, okay, you know what? Look, we ain't agreeing. I'm gonna go my business, you go about yours, and now you want to just hunt me down and kill me in the streets? This ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna make it to you that easy. I feel like, listen, when you come for me, you gotta have a whole on my guard, because listen, it ain't gonna be me, it's gonna be you. It's the attitude you gotta have. It's the attitude you gotta have these days, because we're gonna be the ones that are gonna walk away. I get it. I understand completely that you can't do things. I'm not saying go out there and just out kill somebody. But what I'm saying is you have to be prepared to defend yourself by any means necessary, because they're looking out to harm you, to take you out. So you got to think like you on battle. Just got to think that way. I get it. You love them. I get it. I really do understand, because it's not always bad. It's not always brute. It's not always fights. It's not always black eyes. I get it. But when someone's coming for your life, you have to prepare yourself to fight for your life, because you are deserving of a life. You are deserving of a life that's not toxic, that is not volatile. You're deserving of someone to respect you as a human being, as a person. to love like you should be loved. You deserve that. If a person can't love you like love does not hurt. I don't care what nobody says. You made me do this. No, you did it because you wanted to do that. You have to understand that you are the most important variable in what you're going through. You. Because you move yourself out of the situation, they don't have nobody to argue with. They don't have nobody to fight. They don't have nobody to, break down. It's you. So you are more powerful than you think you are. And now it's time to tap into it. And you don't even have to just like up and leave it in the middle of the night. You can make yourself gradually do it. Find somewhere safe to go, or take your important papers. Take your important papers and give them to somebody, like your birth certificates, your documents. If you are not, if you have documents to be in the country, take somebody who you trust, give them to them. Little things like that. Move a little money to the side. Build you up a nest egg. Move little things to the side. So when you do decide that you are going to just walk away, you have a backup plan. I know it's difficult when you have to go and you don't know anybody, or you don't have anything on the other side of the door. Those are things that cause people to stay. But you have been in a relationship for this long, you can take time to do what you need to do as far as getting yourself squared away with a little bit of something. So when you do step out, you step out on some solid ground and not sink and come running back to the person you don't want to be. It's all about you, how you want to do it. Yes, I left overnight. I did. But I had other family members I can lean on. So I did that. But I don't suggest that people who don't have a support system to do that, because these shelters out here is not someplace. I'm not saying don't depend on the shelter. Shelters, especially domestic violence shelters, go there. But any regular shelter that you just in, and this is like, you get more victimized inside shelter than you will be. You know what I'm saying? Outside on your own in the element. I want you to be able to jump out there and be able to step on a stone and jump to another stone. Not about that. See, all you're gonna do is come back, and then they're gonna have it in your head. Oh, you see, I told you ain't gonna be able to do nothing without me, and it's gonna be in your head. I want you to make your exit plan as safely as you can. You take it as slow or as fast as you think you're capable of doing. But no, you are the person that need to be in charge of what's going on with you. I know that you hear what's going on in your ear because they break it down. They just break you down all the time. Stop listening to that. You have to start listening to your own inner voice, because deep down inside, even though we go with the flow of what's going on with us, deep down inside, you know what they're doing ain't right. We had that small voice down there. We hear it. Sometimes we stop listening to it, but it's always there. You have to gradually learn how to put your feet back on the ground, because the carpet being swept up under you very quickly. Before you even think about, you already wrapped up in their web. You already some kind of, I'm trying to formulate my right word. You already the insect inside of spider's web, so to speak. By the time you realize what's going on with you realize how far down deep in the toxic that you are in, you already mid deep in it. It's like, how did I get here? That's what happens. And it's just like, once you realize that you've had enough, because they're not going to leave until they had enough. But once they realize they had enough, you start making your preparations to exit as safely as you possibly can. Like, I already talked about doing the gradual movement, but reach out to family and friends. I don't care how many times you got to keep saying, I want to leave. Just keep doing it. Keep reiterating, I want to leave. And if the person that you're trying to leave to or trying to talk to can't understand the going back and forth of what you've done, or you ain't ready to leave, and that's not the person that you need to talk to. The person you need to talk to is under. Thank you. Suffering in silence. No suffering in silence. The person you need to talk to will listen to you. They will let you come over and cry on their sofa night after night if need be. No matter how many times you go back home to your abuser, they will let you keep coming over and venting to them. That's the person that's in your corner. That's the person who you need to start gradually giving your stuff to, or letting them help you make preparations to leave, because that's the person who can walk and move freely, more freely than you are able to when you're inside a toxic relationship. It'll help you build your steps to get out. Most importantly, get out. Get out and stay safe. I can't count how many times that I went back. I can't count how many times in my head I said I should have stayed gone. I can't count how many times that I came back and got beat up. But none of those matter. They fail in comparison to that one time that I never look back. None of that compares to the morning I woke up and I had to walk on eggshells. Or to the morning I woke up and I could breathe. Or to the morning I woke up and realized that walking away was the best thing I ever did in my life. None of those times that you tried to get out will compare to the one time you don't come back. It would be, peace is the right word. Peace is the exact right word. When the feel that you're going to get is fails in comparison to the time that you kept going back. So look forward to that moment and make it happen for you. If you can't get out for yourself, please get out for somebody else. Find somebody that you love more than yourself and get out for them. You guys, I'm April M. Jackson Hunter again. You guys can find me all over social media. I am at AprilMJacksonHunter.com. I am at MercedesCloset.com. You guys can find me at Facebook and Instagram at author April M. Jackson Hunter or Mercedes Closet. You guys can find me on Twitter at Mercedes Closet. You guys can also find me on TikTok. I haven't learned how to operate TikTok that well, but I'm on there. You guys can find me at author April M. Jackson Hunter on TikTok. I look forward to, working with you guys. If you guys have any advocacy things that you guys want to hook up and do some projects or collaborate, hook up with me. I'm all for advocating, teaching, honoring survivors. I'm all for, and I'm here for the ride. So I thank you guys for just allowing me. I know I rub on a little bit because sometimes I get so passionate about what I be saying. My voice just go real fast. I be trying to slow it down. When I slow it down, I get tongue-tied. So I'm sorry.
Nah, you did good. You did good. You said all the important things, all the things that people need to hear. Do you have any new projects that's coming out?
I have a project with you.
I know that.
Actually, you guys, I have a big project with Miss Lady on this screen. She act like she don't have a project coming out, but
we not talking about me.
After I do my collab with her, she's gonna be my last collab book I'm gonna do for right now, and I'm just gonna personally work on fiction. I'm working on a second installment of my book, my personal book, Mercedes Closet: Keeping Deadly Secrets. I'm working on a second installment, which is called Mercedes Closet, and it's called, the second installment is Lies, Lust, and Deadly Entanglements. So you guys, I know. So you guys look for my my third fictional work of art in that arena. And after that one, I have another book coming out. It's called Virtual Infidelities. It's called Virtual Infidelities. So keep a lookout for those two titles. Mercedes Closet 2, Lust, Lies, and Deadly Entanglements, as well as Virtual Infidelities.
Well, as always, I appreciate you coming through, hitting the platform,
I know.
always blessing us with the
Apropos.
words. I listen. I'm all about delivering the advocacy of teaching people the things that they don't know or things that they might have knew but didn't know as well. And that's why I kind of played the first part of my film, because it's a lot, and it's a lot that still affect people. It still triggers, and we got to teach them how to deal with those triggers too. So take those masks off and get comfortable in their own skin, because we all carry a mask to something. So I
Yeah,
just want to be here to help.
because
So
I just
guys,
felt like I was
oh,
so.
go ahead.
Also, I feel like I was
No, go
so
ahead.
alone when I went through this stuff, and
Right.
learning that I'm not alone, it kind of helped me in my healing journey.
Yeah, like when you first going through it, you really do. Like, I didn't talk about it when it first happened. The second relationship is when I started talking about it. The first one, I said nothing to nobody. I just went through it.
Absolutely.
So I understand all of that. So, guys, I'll be back again at 8 o'clock with another speaker in the building. So make sure y'all tune in. Stay close. I know you about to go out and party, so you make sure you watch the replay.
Yeah,
Don't you go
I
nowhere.
know.
You look, don't hop off yet, but let me say goodbye to the
Okay.
peoples. So,
Okay.
everybody, I thank y'all for joining the ISP conference. It was awesome to have my girl April Hunter in the building. Jackson. It's always a pleasure having her speaking on this platform. She's always come through and blessed the platform. She's always laying some gems. Make sure y'all check all her books out and all her future books that is coming. And yes, I do have a project coming, but we'll talk about that later. I will see y'all again at 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in. It will be Miss Monique. Tune in, 8 o'clock, same channel. Have a good night.
Not anymore. Yes, I was a broken woman. Yes, I didn't love me. Yes, I decided to settle for what wasn't best for me. Yes, I was in a toxic relationship. Guess what? Not anymore. I have grown from the broken pieces. I have learned to love me when no one else loved me. I have learned that I will never settle for in my life or my peaceful atmosphere. I have learned the difference between love, lust of a good relationship. Yes, I wasn't perfect, but I learned to work on my mind, my body, and my soul connections. Yes, I have allowed the wrong spiritual around me. Now I've learned about the not allowing the negative energy around me. Yes, I've been down the road of destruction. Now I've learned how to not move by emotion, but by the spirit of my faith and purpose. Not anymore, my fears will not keep me from being a better version of me. Not anymore, my toxicness will stop me from loving myself or trusting others in my peaceful place. Not anymore, my lack of post-trauma is going to stop me from my future growth. Yes, not anymore. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm overcoming. I know I'm a positive. I know I'm loved. And yes, not anymore. I'm dope. Dedicated to other people's empowerment. I love my dopeness and so should you.